Welcome, everyone. It's quiet. It was loud and then it was quiet. Don't worry, I have it turned down preemptively because the Sham farm gets very loud, but that's okay. Welcome back, everyone, to Borderlands 2 on the PS Vita. Continuing the Sham farm, we're on run 1087 is what we're starting with. We'll see how many runs we get through this time. I know last time I went for like 3.5 hours. I don't think I'll be doing that this time. But you know what, we'll use our time wisely here. It's Friday. Last time we streamed Borderlands 2 on a Friday, we had insane RNG, so I'm hoping that's just a thing, and then maybe I'll just shift the Sham farms to Fridays, but that's alright. We'll see. Let me just open... Forgot to open Safari beforehand because the stream just has an aneurysm when any other program decides to load up in the background. No, that's fine. Okay. I don't know. It's the the struggle of using a 6-year-old computer, but it's an M1 MacBook, so you know what? It doesn't show its age as much as other 6-year-old computers probably would. I got the 16 gig of RAM option, so I think that probably saved me. Okay, let's see. Nobody's online. One of these days we'll find out. Gotta find this shield soon because I'm starting to run out of, I think, title cards for the thumbnails. Mr. Big, welcome, my friend. How are we? I'm starting to run out of title cards for the thumbnails because I made up to 50, I think, and we're more than halfway through them. And I think in my files somewhere I put down, or I took a screenshot of the website that I used to make them, because it wasn't like my usual website that I go to like make the Battlefront text thumbnail. Is there people outside, man? I'm hearing voices. I'm going to assume yes. But anyway, welcome back. We're here. We're getting ever so closer to the Borderlands 2 story replay through with Maya. I'm excited for it, because when I was actually playing Borderlands 2 earlier today in class, because, I don't know, I don't condone this, but it's a Friday class, and it's honestly one of the more not as engaging classes, I would say, and I had to do a presentation, and it's the absolute last thing that I was getting graded on in that class, so whatever. It was a 6-person group presentation, and you have 7 minutes as a whole group, so each person's talking for maybe a minute. And then after that, like, nobody was in the room. Everybody was gone. And once I got back to my seat, I'm like, you know what? I just had the MacBook there and decided to load up Borderlands 2 and just give her a play. And you know what? It was fun. That was the fastest that class has ever gone. Man, I just beat GTA 4 Nico's storyline. Good man. What'd you play it on? Did you play it on PC? Because I know playing GTA 4, if you're not modding it, I'm more than positive there's a whole bunch of mods out there that help that game optimize itself for modern hardware, because it runs kind of worse on modern Windows renditions. But I don't know. They had the DLC for that one, right? There was some DLCs. Can you play them on PC, or were the DLCs console exclusive? I don't know. There's like a few games that are kind of console exclusive. Xbox One S, good man. I take it you're playing the 360 version then through the Xbox One. Backwards compatibility. What a treat. A treat that we took for granted, because seemingly it's just not, it's an afterthought nowadays. I thought that was a pearl. Back in the day, everything used to just come backwards compatible. It was just a thing. Like, after a certain, I'm pretty sure Nintendo kind of started that, or maybe, no, it was Sony. With the PS2, you could just throw in any PS1 game, and it just worked. And there's no sham. This is the one thing I really love about the PS3, too, is that, like, I kind of wish, I understand why they didn't do it, but I kind of wish the PS3s, all PS3s could just run PS2 games, but, like, I get that you can't keep the PS2 hardware in all of them, because it was expensive for the time, and also the ones that did have the PS2 hardware are also the ones that are the most unreliable and suffer. So, but there's no excuse why a PS5 can't run all PlayStation consoles on it. Outside of like, they don't have CD lasers in the PS5s, so PS1 discs would not work, but they have DVD lasers. You can watch DVD movies on it, so PS2 games will work. PS3 games are Blu-ray, so they could work. It's more than powerful enough to run a PS2, and PS3 should also technically be able to run. I don't know if anybody's jailbroken their PS5 and got that to work, but, you know, I'd imagine it's possible. I'm someone who wouldn't need it to be perfect. I don't see how a PS5 could run the PS3 games worse than a PS3. So, like, if they're running at PS3 stuff, like, you know, as long I'm not streaming it. So, streaming PS3 games over PS Now, when that was a thing, was kind of just awful, because the resolution was already kind of crap, and then you're now streaming it over an arguably not great streaming service. And connection issues were not, or connection stability was not great on that program either, so if it's running as good as a PS3, but it's also running locally on my own machine, I think that's the best way to go about it. When I played on my PSP long ago, I had Ratchet and Clank Crash Bandicoot. Nice. I have one of the Ratchet and Clank games on the PSP. I ordered it off Amazon, I think, and they sent me a copy that was bundled with, I think, the silver PSP because it has the not for resale text on the back, so I mean, it's still the same game, like there's nothing wrong with it, but I think I also have Crash Bandicoot. I got it on there before Sony decided enough was enough with transferring the games that you own onto a PSP. Diabetes. Mr. Fatal, welcome my friend. How is it going? You think we're gonna get a Sham? I need to hear it from you, and then we'll get the Sham. I just gotta pick it up. I just gotta feel something. But yeah, I think I have Crash Bandicoot on my PSP. PS1 emulation on the PSP is rock solid. I know, like, I'm more than positive an Apple Watch today could emulate a PSP if you really tried. But for a console from 2004, there's a conference call on the screen. From a console from 2004, that's not bad. And PS3s can emulate PS1 games, and it's honestly probably the best way of doing it. You can use PS1 discs, it upscales it to 1080p. You get a whole bunch of other options with it, and it's just built in. It's free, and it just works. I mean, you do need a working CD laser in your PS3, but you know, it's okay. It's good. It saves you having to rebuy all your games digitally. I think we will tonight. I'll take it. I wrote a final today, and I had to write an essay in under 2 hours, so that was fun. I hear you. I understand that pain 100%. World Drop conference call. That would be pretty nice. I mean, I already have a conference call or two. Can't remember. I think we have an elemental one and I think a regular one, but that wouldn't be. I wouldn't be mad at that. But yeah, I know how you feel. As someone who graduated an English major, that's all your exams were just kind of essays. I remember there was one professor I had him for a couple years in multiple different classes. His midterms were brutal. The exams he was always more laid back with, and I'm like, oh, you know, next time I have him, maybe he'll just do the exam format as the midterm. But no, you were expected to write in class, mind you, and I think the one year we did them on paper, and then the other year he gave us mercy and let us write it on our computers. But the one year, you had to write 5 short essays, so introduction paragraph, body paragraph with 3 separate ideas, point proof comment, whatever, I know they don't call it that anymore, and a conclusion statement. 5 of those on questions you didn't get beforehand, so you weren't even able to put together any kind of answers, and you had an hour and a half to do all 5. I hated that. And I think I had one in my 4th year too, and for Shakespeare. I absolutely hated that. But I mean, for English, like, how else do you do an exam, right? Like, that's just kind of how it is. I vividly remember riding on a cart in one of the games. It wasn't a kart game itself, or maybe it was but man, it kart racing on Crash Bandicoot. They do have a Crash Bandicoot racing game. I don't think it was ever out on the PS1, but I thought the PS4 had that one? I don't know. Too tired from the final to be in my normal goofy offensive mood today. I mean, we all have off days. Shakespeare shouldn't have been born. Why? He was inspirational back then. The tragedies, they're really good. I like Othello and We Don't Have Ourselves a Sham. That's a bunker SMG. But RNG is starting off strong. Maybe Friday is the day to do these. Othello's good. I love King Lear. King Lear was also a really good one. It's a shock bunker SMG. I think we've gotten a couple of those already. You're not what I wanted, but you still look cool. We'll add it to the list of things. The bunker SMGs just kind of took off over Shams. Alright. World drops. Haven't got a world. I think the last world drop legendary we got was a Gub. So maybe that's just cursed us forever and we're never going to see another world drop. I am shaking spear. I wouldn't be shocked. You know, if the play was bad, that's probably what they were doing, shaking spears. But no. If you thought understanding Shakespeare now was difficult and kind of weird to do, that's not how they talked back then in the 1630s, 40s, whenever he wrote his plays. The dialogue that they use, or I guess like the way that they deliver it, that's not how they talked back then either. So it was even, I'm gonna say that was like a dramatic way of talking or taking the language of the day and then talking. So I don't know, man. On my phone, I can look at my phone because I have other means of face camera. Now iPhone XR is cool. Carey Price officially retired. Contract is over. Sad days. Sad times. You knew it was coming. But, like, it still hurts to see those words in an Instagram post. Alright, I keep hearing cars and human activity out the window. It's finally been warm for like 4 days in a row, which is nice. I think the snow has finally left us alone, which, thank you. I was getting sick of the night before, it's like 20 degrees, and I'm wearing shorts, and then the next morning, I'm defrosting my car and scraping the ice off of it. Brother, you always seem to be streaming when I'm about to sleep. I mean, what time is it for you? Because time zones do... Where'd he go? Oh. Time zones are a thing, unfortunately. And I apologize for that. Hopefully, once I kind of enter summer, or my summer, then maybe I'll start doing earlier streams. Because next week is my final week of teachers college, year 1 of teachers college. I was farming bunker a couple days ago. Did you get a Sham? 94 Sham? I was playing Borderlands 2 in class today. I was saying that earlier. Loaded up the Mac version, did my presentation, and then, you know, just play. It's midnight. Okay, it's the same time for me. We have different priorities. Your priority is probably the better of the two. Sleep. Hey man, you're gonna get it tonight, Mr. Jeff. Thank you. Thank you for the optimism. We need it. You and Mr. Fatal are my optimistic crowd. We got a bunker SMG last run, so that's something. The Friday RNG is kicking in. I keep seeing these, and I should know better that they're not pearls. But I just have hope. Some of the world drop legendaries usually separate themselves from the pile, so I gotta look for that. Yeah, it's sleeping time right now. Got an 87, and that's it. Been there. Finally realized just how difficult the farm you're going for is. It's midnight. Yeah, I mean, the Sham has a 3% chance to drop anyway. Like, a regular Sham has a 3% chance. The 94 is a 0.0043% chance. Same as the 77 Sham, of which we have 3. So it's not a matter of getting that rarity because we have gotten it. It's a matter of getting it on the end of the spectrum that we want. So I kept joking that if I got a third one, I would cry. And internally I was. The green and white make a pearl. The green and blue make a pearl. The green and blue, like, if you're looking at it perfectly, it will make a pearl. I'm on Arms Race tonight. Ooh, nice. I still have to play that DLC. Like, explain to me what it is, because my understanding of it is that you go in with, like, none of your weaponry from the regular story, and you just kind of pick up whatever you have, and you just slaughter a whole bunch of waves of enemies. Is that my understanding? Because if that is, it's kind of just, like, a fun way, a fun thing to kill time. Like, if you just gotta sit down and do something for a few minutes, you can run an Arms Race. Is that, am I right? Or am I woefully off target? Mr. Donut Lord, welcome my friend. Hola, Mr. Streamer Dude Man. How are we tonight? How's it going? It's Friday night. Weekend is here. No school. Stay up late. Eat junk food all day long. It's the life. I was so sad. I was playing, I had some time to kill before work. So I loaded up Battlefront and I'm like, oh, I'll watch some Mr. Nightmare videos, because I haven't caught up on his stuff in a while. And I know yesterday, like, I was listening to it. Why? B-Shield! I was listening to a little bit of his stuff last night. And, okay, something keeps hitting me and I'm not a fan of it. Is it the turret up there? Go away. I was listening to a couple of them last night, and I'm like, okay, I'll save this one for tomorrow sometime, and it was the 10 pranks that went wrong video. I'm like, okay. Then I wake up today and go onto his channel, and it's like, oh, he switched it to members only. I'm like, dude, I was looking forward to that one. It had a clown with a gun on the thumbnail. If that's not clickbait, I don't know what is, but I was fully prepared to fall for it. But no, members, you have to pay. You have to be exclusive, of which I was not, so you're in my spot. Thank you. Good lord, the chat is popping off. I am fantastic, just got back from a lit formal party. Good to hear, my friend. There was a party being held by some of my friends in my program, but I worked, so I could not attend. Being single is depressing. I mean, yeah, it is. It's been a while since I have been, so I'm not entirely sure what it's like. But I mean, being away from her from school is kind of like that. Pot liquor on TikTok. What you farming for? We're farming for the 94% Sham shield, hoping to be the first people in history to get one on the Vita version. We are most definitely the first people to get the 77 Sham on the Vita, and the first people to also get 2 and 3 of them. But, you know, Mr. Streamer Dude Man. Do you ever stream during the early afternoon? Not usually right now, because I have been in school, like teacher's college. I usually don't get off till, I don't get home till like 4:35ish, and after the, like, I'm just zonked out after that, like either doing assignments or just relaxing. And then some of the days I work. I did all my volunteering, so I'm not doing that on Thursdays anymore. So far you haven't, so probably not well. Members only is lame. Mr. Seldom, welcome my friend. Never seen that shield. The 94% Sham is an absorption shield. And I would like to think it makes you nearly invincible because its absorption rate is 94%. So 94% of the bullets that hit you will get absorbed and added to your backpack. I'm not trying to find it so I can use it. I'm trying to find it because it's one of those rare things that everybody's looking for in the community, and nobody, to our knowledge, we've done the research, nobody has ever found one on the Vita version of the game. So, in my infinite wisdom, we're gonna try and do that. Dang, where you live with snow? Canada? I mean, we haven't had snow in, like, I want to say close to a week, which is good. Like, we were kind of on the end of it anyway, but there's just a couple days where it just, you know, likes to make you realize that, hey, the snow's not gone. Haha. But, you know, are we still accurate to the drop rate for Shams? It's 3%, so do the math. We're like slightly over, I think. Because 3% at 1,000 would have... Actually, no, we're probably a little bit under. Dang, where you live with Snowbro's got two, two chats. Bot is Jeff. Oh, didn't know it absorbed damage, it just added... Didn't know it absorbed damage, it just added those. Well, I mean, that's my understanding, is that when it absorbs a bullet, it negates the damage. Like, instead of taking damage, it adds it to your backpack. I'm more than positive that's how the absorption shields work. If somebody knows otherwise, please correct me. Because then I will feel like a fool. Okay, why did that set of bullets just aim right at the ceiling? Oh my god, the spread! Stop. Jeff the Clanker. Yeah. Thank you for the follow, my friend, on TikTok. You know what? I've decided I'm sleeping to this stream. You know what? I'm fine with that. If my voice puts you to sleep, then you and my fiance will love me. Brick, I had almost forgotten you'd exist, and now I'm sad that I've learned that you're still here. If I wake you up with screaming, it's either because we found the 94 or I found a 4th 77. So we should be expecting one soon then. No, we're not expecting snow anytime soon. He's off kilter here. Yo! Okay. RNG is still good tonight. It's just the wrong thing. 2 bunker SMGs and like 5 or 6 runs. I don't want to look at that. I want to look at 94 Sham. What are you? You're the fire one. Do they make the bunker SMG in corrosive? Is that an element it can come in? Because I think that's the only element I've never seen. Because we've had fire ones before, we've had shock ones. We might have had a slag, you know, we had a slag one. I don't know if we found more than one. Damn, I've been missing out. I mean, you know, there's so many items in Borderlands too. Like, I don't blame you for missing them, for missing some of them. There's most definitely some weapon or some gear that I've never used. Maybe it's like some rare thing in the DLC or something. Like, this version didn't get all the DLC, so. And this is the version I'm most used to playing. Yeah, lol, I hate the snow was melting, made it all muddy and hot in the big blizzard after that. Yeah, the one grocery store in my town, because it started raining a whole lot the last few days. And I went into, I was picking up cleaner for work, and like the parking lot floods every year. And I was coming in like a back way, and there was water there, and I had my window down because the weather was nice, and then some dude in his pickup truck comes barreling down the thing, and I just look, I'm like, it's just the look of defeat. Like, I know it's over. The window's not gonna go up in time, so I just turn my face away and get absolutely blasted by water. Any tips on getting a great corrosive SMG? Corrosive SMG. I mean, I'm not the best with remembering all the different types of weapons. Borderlands 2 I remember the most, but even then, that's not... I mean, I would just say look in vending machines, look for stuff that drops. I mean, the later you get into the game, like the higher level you get, the more elemental weapons will be dropping, so it's not like you can't find one. And if there is one in a vending machine that you really like, just start going through piles, killing things, and selling items. It's a really easy way to get money. And, yeah. I would also recommend, like, if you can find a fast fire rate sniper or something, that could also work for stuff. Or even the teapot. If you need a corrosive weapon at all, play the story and go get the teapot from Tiny Tina. Just from Tina. And, because that's a really good corrosive weapon early game. I would say it's one of the better ones. It's a blue. It's a rare. Wasn't sure if you could farm something. I love the teapot. Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that like strictly kind of just drops a corrosive SMG. I'm sure there's something. The YouTube chat could probably help out with that. I meant the Sham, not Snow. Oh. The bunker SMG can come in all elements. Okay, so we just haven't seen... Oh, the Infinity. The Infinity corrosive is also really good. Because it has infinite ammo and never runs out of clip. Use the Infinity for corrosive, the Baby Maker 2 for SMG specifically. Yeah, there we go. If I had just read the chat a little more, I would have figured it out. Did I add bunker? I don't think I added another SMG. We'll add that, 48. I don't think I added that second one in. Or did I? I don't remember. Brain shutting off. What are you? Nothing. I thought that was a shield for a second. Okay. No, nothing. That's fine. That's okay. Baby Maker, yeah, the Baby Maker is a gun that is titled that in this game. Where do you get the Baby Maker from? Where does that exist? I would say the Last Go, but I don't think that comes in an element. I'm pretty sure that always comes in non-element. How does one acquire the Baby Maker? Where do you go for that? Like, it's been a while since I played through the story of Borderlands 2. Whenever we play it on YouTube, it's the Sham farm for the time being, but we will get back to the story, and I will get reacquainted with everything, I'm sure. But yeah, I would say probably the, just corrosive anything, because you can get the Infinity pistol really early on from Zed's Doc Mercy side mission, and he's relatively easy to farm, and you know, it'll take you far into the game. I take turns between BL2 and BL3 arms race. Can be very challenging. Oh, it can. That's good, because I feel like a majority of Borderlands 3 is very easy. So challenging could be fun. Probably because you're kind of just building randomly, and it's not, you know, your set guy. But I mean, you still have your action skills and everything, right? Like, I don't think that disappears. Moxie's Bad Touch and the Sandhawk 2 are also very good. Does her Bad Touch come in corrosive, though? I thought that was only a fire weapon. Or does it come in all elements? I don't know. The Sandhawk is really good, too, but the Sandhawk can be kind of hard to find. Or kind of hard to get, like, a good version of it, because it's a mission reward from what's-her-face, Captain Scarlet in the Oasis DLC, but unless you know how to read-only farm, good luck. No read-only farming will happen on the Vita, because you could quite literally sit down and read an entire book in the time it would take for all load times combined when doing a read-only farm. Just constantly reloading this game. And you think I'm joking, I'm not joking. For reference, this is the Sandhawk. It does this cool little wavy pattern thing and does immense damage. Don't hurt me! We're fine. I don't even know why I jump at those. It's not gonna hurt me. Brick, I need you to shut up. Ooh, E-Tech. You suck. I love the look of all the E-Tech guns in this game, alright? Don't get me wrong. They all look really cool. They have like a nice mishmash of neon colors and stuff like that. They just are awful to use in later game, and I kind of wish they weren't. That's not a pearl. Man, dude. Can I see which Herald you have? Because mine sucks. Can't hit. Yeah, I'll show it. It's the double penetrating variant. Like that's the best version that you can get. I don't know if it's like a perfect Deepa though. It's probably not. I wasn't farming for one, but I think it's max level. I think it's level 61 for the Vita. Bad touch comes in corrosive. Good touch is the fire one. Okay. Also, screw corrosive. Just farm savagely till you get an unkempt arrow. Madam Van Bartlesby drops the baby maker. Okay. Alright, you guys are re-engaging my knowledge here. Good touch, I think, is the fire one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember when I was trying to kill Terramorphous for the first time in my life, like I was looking up YouTube tutorials and how what the best way of doing it is, and people said, like, if you want a good fire weapon, go for the good touch. So yeah, I don't know if I've ever gotten one though. All right, let's take a look at the Herald here. This is, yes, the double penetrating level 61 Herald. Vita's max version is level 61, so this is the one that I have. It's nothing special. Farmly and got a she Herald. Yes, the Deepa is the one that you want. The good touch is the one fire one. Okay, yeah. This is the one that you want. So, yeah. And then this is the Sandhawk. Look, it doesn't look like it does a lot of damage just off a rip here, but it does. Once you get later games, Slagga is one of the best slag weapons that you can use, so may as well do that. B shield for amp damage is also very nice. Back to farming. I don't know. I mean, the Savage Lee farm is, I don't know. It's one of the nicer ones to do. I find that, like, when I was on my max level character on the PS3, he was just one of those farms where I could just set it up and listen to music, or, again, Mr. Nightmare. Throw his videos on with, like, headphones and just sit there and listen to them. Like, it's something that I could do without thinking. Like, once you get really good at the farm, it's something that you can just kind of do without thinking, and, you just do other stuff while you get it, and then if you do get the gun, it's a plus. But here's an example of what the damage a corrosive Sandhawk can do against a corrosive enemy. I'm more than positive Bunker is corrosive susceptible. Even hit with the criticals and the amp damage, he just melts. We did used to use a corrosive infinity on him until I realized the Sandhawk was way better. The way I beat Terramorphous is using the Crutch Rock Sally's. Yes, Pride Rock. That's what it's called. That's what I did too for the first time. Because he's pretty difficult to go against if you're fighting him on level for the first time ever. I'm kind of glad that they never patched out that glitch. But, yeah, Pride Rock. You ever mod BL2 on PS3? I have never modded it on PS3. I've played with people who have modded it. Like, at the end of last year, just playing it on the PS3. I'm like, oh, let's see who's online. And then, just find a random lobby. And I think it was these two dudes. They were doing, like, the trial stuff on the Tina DLC, I think. And one dude absolutely had a modded rocket launcher. Easiest way to tell is if there's no texture on the gun. But, like, I could join the game. Like, I didn't need to be modded myself. I could just join their game and whatnot. So, and I didn't get, like, banned or anything for doing it. Not like GTA 5 back in the day where if you just collected the money from somebody modding it, you got banned. But, it's too early to yawn. It's too early for that. Got the character loaded in. What are we gonna name Maya in our next playthrough series? Because I have a name, because this is Fred, right? So I figured, why not just stay on the Fred trend and just call her Fred the Girl? I would be fine with that name. We gotta keep it Fred, when we play as Zero, Sal, Krieg, and Gage. You just gotta put a spin on Fred every single time. I think I've got some modded items. I could show Milan if we do BO2 on PS3 one day. You could. I don't know. We play it so Borderlands 2 so much on the PS Vita. Like, I don't want to double dip or just do a whole bunch of repetition. Like, I don't know. I kind of saved the PS3 for, like, Borderlands 1 that we did, and eventually we'll do Borderlands, the pre-sequel. And I would really love to do Borderlands 3, but the multiplayer on there just doesn't work. So I'm afraid that that one might just be like a single player run. Mr. Banana, wait. Banana Man. I thought that said Banana Man. How's it going, my friend? How's it going tonight? Mr. Fatal, that's the name. I figured it was. I know a girl named Freddy. Well, perfect. Then we have no issue. Fred the girl it is. Oh, never mind. You wanted me to name the character Mr. Fatal. That could be your character. Ooh, also, I wanted to mention this before. I just keep forgetting it. I need to make a post about it on the channel, and I'll probably also make a post about it on Discord. But we wanted to do a May the 4th stream for Star Wars Day. And we kind of were talking about it in one of the other streams that we did. I think it was a Battlefront stream we were talking about it. I don't know. I think we kind of all just brought up the idea that we played Battlefront 2 a lot on the channel. We love the modern Battlefront 2. And we wanted to do a throwback to the original Battlefront 2. And do that one online, because there is ways to do that game online. So I figured we'll do that. That could be fun to do. Get some viewers to all kind of pile into one server with the correct DNS. You do need a LAN cable for it, but I figure if I'm gonna put a post about it on the channel and in the Discord, I'll just link a video to how to kind of set it up, because I'm more than positive there's videos out there that show you how to set it up. The only thing that would be different from those videos is the DNS that it asks you to point your thing at. So, but I think that could be really cool. Like, I think loading up the old game and playing some of the maps, like, I think it's... Was that game 16v16? I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was. Or was it? No, it wasn't 8v8. That's too small. I don't remember. I'd have to get the case out and look at the back, because it tells you. It might have been 8v8, but that seems really small for some reason on the console. I mean, maybe it was. It was a different time. Anime, those SMGs are my favorite. Which SMGs? How long have you been trying this so far? Oh yeah, that's right. On the TikTok, you can't see the run counter. We're on run 1097, so we've been doing it for a while. You'd have to go onto the channel, and I have a playlist on the channel of all the Sham farms, so if you just go to the beginning of that and click on that video and look at the date, that'll tell you how much actual time we've been doing it. But I think this is... We're like in the high 20s now for streams for the Sham farm. NC getting worst drought in history. NC? Who's NC? Who are these people? Dudes committed. Oh yeah. I heard 2 people during our playthrough of the story, they're like, hey, you should do the Sham farm. I'm like, alright, let's do it. Can't be that bad. Never take on a dare if only 2 people tell you to do it. Because then you'll be here 1,000 runs later. Milan, have you been drinking? No, I don't drink. I'm tired. I just was at school all day and then went to work and got back home at 10:30. I'm tired and need to sleep, but you know, it's Friday night and Friday nights are stream night. So, you know, I didn't grab my water out of my bag, so I don't have anything to quench my thirst with. My voice is a little more rough than it usually is. Gonna pop over to YouTube. Alright, the YouTube is in the TikTok, I think, so... feel free... If you can't find it, I can type it in the TikTok chat. Those SMGs are my favorite, and so getting where... Whoa? My phone's possessed. It does seem to be doing a little funny. I will say that. Jeff is either lagging or just being annoying. Go hydrate. I can't... I have to jump over all the cables here to do that. Because they're like across the way in which I need to get out. Give me Sham, man. We've seen other things that don't help me and make me feel happy. Where's my... Yeah, my bags. I don't even know if there's water in my bag. It's just my water bottle from work. And I'm pretty sure I drank all the water out of there. Bro, why does Mr. Jeff's chats keep repeating? I don't get it. Someone shared the live on TikTok. I appreciate that, my friend. I see all, by the way. No. I see some of the activity that happens, like following and likes and sending, but you know, that's about the extent of it. Take your time and go get some aqua. Fine, I will go and get some water because Mr. Fatal said so. So give me 1 second. I will be back. I acquired some water. Got the water bottle all filled up. It's got a big Apple logo on it too. Appreciate the care for the well-being. Alright, now we're ready to go. Now we're ready for Sham Farms. Did I update the run counter? I think I did. Thought it froze there for a second. Found ya. Oh, there we go. Found the YouTube. It's good to know that it works. Sorry, I'll get off my phone. Not right now. Luck. Good. What? I don't know why his chats are double sending. I've never seen that before. I hear more voices outside. Got a lot of likes on the TikTok too. Appreciate it, everybody. Appreciate the love for the Sham Farm. God, I hate this headphone wire. Never, as much as like braided charging cables are good, never get a braided headphone wire. Because if you have a pair of headphones that like you can hear the stuff from the wire in the headphones itself, like if you like rub up against it, never get a braided one. Because every time this cable brushes against my shirt, and I'm like wearing a shirt with material that kind of would be more catchy on the cable, I hear it in my left ear cup. I'm gonna go get a bowl of worm food? What? What kind of food are you eating over there, Mr. Fatal? Now it's my turn to be concerned for your health. Who's got that? I'm gonna go get a bowl of grub. This farm would be perfect if he didn't come over to this side of the thing and do this. It takes the longest and it's never consistent. Give me a sham, please. We only had... How many did we have last time? 1? 2? Not enough? Oh, you got the spinny arms. Hey! Oh, you're just injured. I don't even need to slag you. Let's see. That's not the regular drop pattern. It needs to be over here. I've never seen him drop anything of value, I guess, when he isn't dropping it in a certain... What the hell, man? I don't know. Maybe I've just gotten unlucky with that, but I've never seen him on this version drop a Sham or a Bunker SMG or even a customization unless the main pile of stuff is in the middle. No. No to what? What's the no for? I don't remember asking a question. Dull weapons only fire in short bursts when zoomed. Is that all dull weapons? Love surviving by the skin. Okay. I guess I don't get to figure out how I go about doing that. Mr. Zach, welcome, my friend. 94 Sham. Yes, there was no 94 Sham, but we keep going. No 94 Sham in the next 100 drops? Why would you say something like that? Calling it here. Okay, no, we've had Shams. Like, we have 38 of them. We had a Sham last stream, too. It's just like... I just want the Sham. Just went to Comic-Con. You just went to Comic-Con? Does Australia have Comic-Con? You have to go somewhere else for it. How was it? I know a buddy of mine from university, I think it was like the Toronto Comic-Con or something. Like, you know what? Maybe they're just everywhere. I don't know. When I think of Comic-Con, I think it's only in like 1 or 2 places, but I guess they're all over the world. I've never been to one personally, but what level are you and what level is Bunker? I am level 61. Bunker is level 63. The Vita version did not get all the DLCs. It stopped getting the DLCs after the Torg DLC. So you have Torg, Oasis, UVHM Upgrade Pack 1, Krieg, Gauge, some customization stuff, and that was it. They did not add UVHM Upgrade 2, no OP levels, no Tina DLC, no Headhunters. I kind of wish the Headhunters made it here, because they were already like really small maps to begin with and just little time waster things. But like they could have run on here. Like some of the other areas in the main game, well, they didn't run well. That doesn't mean that they couldn't work on the other things to make them run well. There's so much they could have done to this version to make it a near perfect portable experience. But I don't know. The Vita was a dying platform by the time this game released for it, and I was almost killed. I'm glad I got a new Vita, and yes, the X button is changed to O. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. My Japanese Vita, I just remember it having like the, you know, Japanese text on the back of it, so. What are you hopping around for? You know where my Sham is? Ooh, you're regular. Not important to me. What kind of games do you have on it, Mr. Zach? Like you said, yeah, you said you modded it, so I assume you've put things on it. I just always find it hilarious that Mario 64 got ported to it. I saw that somebody ported Animal Crossing, like the GameCube version of Animal Crossing is now on it. So you can just go and play it, which is kind of neat. 1,100 runs. That went by a lot quicker than I thought. Is the 3G version I have a bad version? No, I would say not. Like, I don't know. Nobody's using them for 3G anymore, so it's not like you're getting more out of it. I don't know if the 3G version takes more battery than the regular. Like, if you're not using the 3G function, I don't know. Logic says it would, but I don't know if it would anymore. I know some people have physically modded things, like added another SD card slot to it through the 3G slot on the side. The Japanese one that I have is a 3G model, but I ripped out the 3G modem crap in it because I was trying to do something to replace something else, and it was the very early days of owning a Vita, and I didn't know how to take them apart properly, and I'm pretty sure I broke one of the antenna connectors, so it wasn't going back on anyway. It wasn't serving its proper function. But it still works. Wi-Fi still works. Bluetooth still works. All the important stuff still works. I don't have a lot downloaded because I've had to mod it myself and haven't had a lot of time, but I did install Jetpack Joyride. No way. I have Jetpack Joyride on my actual Vita. Like, I bought it from the store like a chump and spent real money on it. I got that one, and there's Fruit Ninja was on the Vita too. Like, a whole bunch of these mobile games that were immensely popular on the phones. And you're like, oh, of course it got a Vita release. It's a touchscreen device, why wouldn't it? I love playing Fruit Ninja on my Vita. They changed the game so much on the phone, I just don't get it anymore. Like, I used to play it a whole lot on my 6S, and I still have that version on my 6S because I didn't update it, and I didn't update past iOS 10 on there. So it still has all my stuff saved on that phone, and it's the version of the game that I loved. Because it was kind of before Fruit Ninja went the whole microtransaction route. So you could just unlock everything by playing the game. I don't know why things just aren't like that anymore, but all my stuff is saved on it. But the Vita version has like an old version of Fruit Ninja. So it just kind of has that classic feel to it. It's, I don't know, really just kind of simple to play. There's not too much, and that's what makes it fun. It's just classic Fruit Ninja. Don't try to buy Starfruit, though. The game will crash if you try to buy Starfruit with real money through the PlayStation Store. I'm assuming that's probably because you can't anymore. Also can't post to Facebook or Twitter. It's disable those options. But what are you gonna do? Before it came up with a memory card errors, so did some research, and they said hold the power button and restart it, and ended up updating something, and then the mod stuff was on there again. Oh, well, it's probably soft modded, I would think, right? Like, every time you turn it off, when you boot it back on, you have to rerun Henkaku, and then it will work. At least that's what I did with mine. So yeah, it's like a soft mod. I'm pretty sure that's what that's called. Is Minecraft on the Vita any good? I didn't play it on the old one I had, but will install on my phone. It's godly. It's like trophy winning. I'm pretty sure it's the most sold game on the Vita. Go figure. Hello, enter. You know, Minecraft on the Vita is amazing. It's the old legacy console version, so the aquatic update would have been its last update. They did remove some of the cool features in its most recent update, like transferring saves with a PS3 and a PS4. But other than that, it's like the full console experience on the go, same world size, same content. You're just missing out on like render distance, and the more you kind of build in the world, the harder it has, or the harder it will be for the game to run. But it's not like unplayable. You're just looking at maybe 26 frames per second instead of 30 frames, or no, what am I talking about? Yeah, like high 20s instead, because the game will start at 60. It'll run at 60, and if you have the overclock installed, it can run at like almost a near consistent 60, which is nice. Multiplayer still works for it too. You can still play and join other people's worlds, and you can join the mini games still. Like if you want to play Hunger Games, you can still do that, or you can do Spleef or Snowball throwing or whatever those game modes were called, or the Elytra flying. That one's kind of hard to do on the Vita because it can't load in the world fast enough when you're flying. I made my worm food. What is it? I'm like genuinely curious as to what it is. Come on. Ooh, a fast kill. Thank you. You're so kind. There's a lot of gunshots happening in my left ear. Lots of crunchy sounds. Ugh. Yeah, Minecraft's good. They made the first 2 God of War games on the Vita. Like, they were natively ported to the Vita. You can also play the PSP games on there, too. Assuming God of War is your thing. Killzone's really fun. Uncharted is... you have to get it on the Vita. It's a must-play. It uses all of the Vita's functions in a great way. Especially the back camera. And the touchpad. I like the zooming in and out for scoped weapons. What else? Tearaway's a really fun game. Gravity Rush is really fun. Like, there's just so many games on the Vita. Okay, what happened to my RNG, man? We started off really strong with bunker SMGs, and then there's nothing. What gives? Calling it right now. Summer schedule, we'll just do 8 Sham streams a week. We'll just start, like, plowing through runs. Give it up for day 37. Sup, dude, Mr. Skeleton. How's it going, my friend? How are we? Sorry, train is making the stream freeze. I hate when that happens. But we're on the train, though. Get other people to load it up on their phones. Then we'll be fine. Worm food is what I call any leftovers that can't be eaten by itself and require extra ingredients for a meal. In this case, it was leftover manwich meat with some diced cheese cubes. Oh my god, that sounds delectable. I didn't eat when I got home from work. I kind of just sat on the couch. Might have some peanut butter toast. I haven't had peanut butter toast in a while. That's always like a good thing to have. You know, especially when like you just like you gotta put the peanut butter on right after you pull the toast out, and then it's just god tier. I also mix some ranch barbecue sauce, parm cheese, bacon bits, and accidentally some coleslaw. I was with you till you said coleslaw, but you know what? Depending on the coleslaw, it can be good. That sounds like that's not worm food. That's a meal. That's a good sandwich. Or, no, did you make it into a sandwich, or what did you do? You said it was just the meat from a sandwich. I don't know. I just want a Sham, brother. I mean coleslaw dressing. Oh, isn't that kind of just like vinegar and some other schmutz? I start finding new ways to kill them. Keep it fresh. Brother, what is taking so long? There we go. And he's gonna go ahead and do this crap. You're kidding me. Does he actually shoot at the turret when I throw it up there or no? I'm pretty sure I get some kind of kill skill for doing that, so it's not all for nothing, but I don't know. Originally, I just thrown it up there because I thought one of, if not both of the turrets would auto-target it, but now I'm starting to think otherwise. I don't know if we could actually see it. I mean, it's in a bowl together mixed into a gray slow. So it's like a, Chipotle wrap thing. I don't know, they have bowls, right? I've never eaten at a Chipotle before. As a diabetic, you don't really go to too many restaurants, because they're not very friendly for you. Unless you go to McDonald's and get their apple slices or something. But the wraps are pretty good. Not bad. With some tortillas. Good God. All I ate right now was barbecue stuff and some beans with rice with my family. Lol, that's what my dinner was. That's pretty good. Family dinners, you know, don't underestimate them. We're at max money. What the heck was that? The cats are fighting each other. Why? Deja, leave her alone. She's just getting water. She's not hurting anybody. Well, she's hurting you, but that's because you're bothering her. Calling Chipotle a restaurant is too generous. Alright, sorry, my bad. With saying an establishment, is that too formal? Ooh. Oh, God damn. I thought it was a pearl. It was away from all the other ones. It was unique. It had a future. That was just part of the pile. Man. Keep going. We'll have to do that at some point. The Pearl Farm. Which should be a whole lot more. I will be really pissed off if we do the Pearl Farm, or when we do the Pearl Farm, and if I get a Sham out of there, or like a 94 out of one of those guys, I'm just never going to play the game again. I don't know. I've often debated whether or not, like, oh, if I get a 94 Sham from somewhere else, does it count? Or is it like, you know, you need to do it traditionally, you need to get it from bunker? I don't know. I would be interested to hear what your guys' thoughts are on that, but to me, it always just seemed like if you don't get it from bunker, then it doesn't really count. Because it's like, this seems like the kind of farm where you have to try for it. You have to go through the pain and suffering that is this. I love Cat so much. I miss mine. He passed away a few years back. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. But damn, I still miss him, bro. Yeah, no, I hear you. We lost one of ours, Preston. He was a little orange guy. He was kind of chonkerous, but like, he was fun. He loved to run and play, and I don't know if he had like an asthma thing or something, but he would just like huff all the time, but no, it was a sneeze. He would sneeze all the time. But like a year ago in February, he passed away, and some of the toughest things that I've ever had to go through. Yeah, but we have to make sure our other cat was not alone, because it was her younger brother. We acquired one known as Daisy, who's also a kitten. And they're sisters, and they love each other like sisters. That being, they just beat the crap out of each other. But you know what? It's fine. She's quite a bit older than Daisy. Daisy just turned a year old, and Minnie is the other one. She's 13 years old, so... Oh my god! Big age difference, but... You know what? They're fine. I'm dead. I'm dead. There's no way I'm not. Yeah, you're scared. Have you ever had Arby's? What a follow-up to that comment. I don't think I have. Like, the only kind of Yo, come on, brother. Give me that. The only kind of fast foody restaurants I've ever had is McDonald's. Subway fast food? I don't know. Subway, Burger King. I don't know if I've ever had Osmos. I don't think I have. Mary Brown's. That's a Canadian thing. And that's it, I think. I don't know. Let me correct it for you. Arby's equals radioactive trash. Those are some strong feelings. Also, welcome, Mr. Forge or Mrs. Forge. How are we? How's it going? I've never had Arby's before. There's Arby's around. I've just never had them. Like, I just never... It's recommended against going out to eat as a diabetic, and since I had it since I was a kid, you kind of just get into that mindset, and I don't know, I just never really found a need to do it. Like, I don't know. Things are expensive too, so that also doesn't help things. You should have Arby's at some point before you die. It's the greatest. I can always eat a beef and shit. I just read that beef and cheddar. Beef and cheddar. I'll square up to anyone who disses Arby's. We have the two opposite ends of the spectrum of affections towards Arby's. My cat's name was Fuzzy, and he was such a silly little guy for real. He lived a long, good life, though. My neighbor lets me play with their cats sometimes, though, too. That's good. Yeah, Preston was like 6 years old, I think, when he passed away. So he was not very old at all, but he had cancer, so not really much you can do for that. You just help him through it. Arby's is great. I'm more inclined to think now that Mr. Donut Lord just feels threatened by Mr. Fatal and would rather not go against him. So he agrees with him. Arby's has a chicken sandwich, though, don't they? So maybe that's why Mr. Donut Lord likes it. I know they have, like, sliders, and they have full-size sandwiches, and they have, like, Reubens for some reason. I don't know. They're like the roast beef place, weren't they? Isn't that what they were known for? Bro, I could see him flying. He's flying, he's really... What was that SpongeBob episode? Where they got the inflatable pants and decided to be a superhero for 10 minutes. Dennis? Big damage. Alright. Oh my lord. I killed myself last time by accident because I ran off the edge. Never again. As I say that as I look away to the side and as I'm running up the thing. You guys suck! Wait, I killed all of you. You shouldn't be there. Not gonna lie, I've never tried Arby's, don't know if I will. Maybe someday, probably will. Though they have a good turkey sandwich too. The sliders at Arby's are also pretty good, same with the shakes. It just sounds like you like everything about Arby's. Arby's. Isn't their slogan, Arby's, we have the meats? Isn't that their thing? I don't know, I love Burger King. I love the Bacon King from Burger King. It's like all the things I like, and it's just large. Brother, can you drop a thing, please? It's called a Sham Farm! Not disappointment. What the hell was that? Someone was cutting their lawn at them for a second. I don't know, people are always ripping up the street doing wacky crap. Arby's is also one of the joints. Calling it a joint is a decision. where the Coke machines dispense cherry Coke. Really? Does that actually taste good? It's like they made like an Oreo Coke last summer or something, and I don't know, Mr. Fatal, did you ever try like the Dream flavored Coke? What was that one like? I don't think I ever met anybody who actually tried that one. And I remember when we sold it, like when we started selling it, nobody bought it. Like I took out so much expired stuff when it eventually did expire. It's a sham farm, not a shame farm. Yeah. It's a cow farm. There's gonna be cows outside. That is their thing, and that's why it's the goat. If you are on a protein bulk, they got all the meat you need. Well, I'm not trying to bulk. I'm trying to do the opposite of that, but you know. If I ever see myself doing that, maybe when I'm like 95 and, you know, losing weight at an alarming rate, I'll just go to Arby's and scarf down all their menu items. You can't pre-fire the spins, that's not fair. Oh boy. Oh! I've killed myself. Suffering from success. Stop coming over here, man. I hear that guy's back. Sounds like a motorcycle now. I don't know. Like, a couple days ago, the weather had just turned nice, right? Like, it was kind of the first nice... no, it was Monday. It was Monday, yeah. Because I was on my way back from teaching. And, like, it was the first nice day in a long time, and broskies were cutting their grass on the way home. Like, this dude who really didn't need a riding lawnmower was cutting his grass with a riding mower. I'm like, buddy, it's 20... Well, I don't even think it was 20 degrees. It was like 16 degrees or something. For the first time in like 3-4 weeks. And dude was out there cutting his lawn. I'm like, there's no grass to cut. What are you doing? It's just a formality. I love pizza. Lol, my favorite pizza place is Pizza Hut for real. I love Pizza Hut. I haven't had Pizza Hut in years. I should probably have it another time. God damn. I'll eat burgers sometimes, but I love Taco Bell a lot. I've never had Taco Bell. There's a Taco Bell, like, just up in another town close to where I live. I mean, it wasn't, you know, it's kind of newish. Like, it's only a couple of years old there, but, like, I've never had Taco Bell. I've had, I don't know, tacos, it just doesn't feel like that food that is, like, fast foody, in my opinion. I don't know. I've had taco, like, when we go up to the cottage, there's this taco bus by one of the beaches. There's this taco bus that I've had from before, and, like, they have pretty good stuff. I haven't had it in a while, but, like, they had okay stuff, but I've never had Taco Bell. Cherry Coke is fire. Is it, though? Seems like a really weird combination. If they have Cherry Coke Zero at your convenience store, I'll implore you to try it out. I've never... Okay, I've had Coke and Pepsi. Like, I've had a sip or two of each. But I've never purchased a bottle of pop and drank it in my life. Maybe one of the few people on the planet. My favorite sodas are Dr. Pepper and root beer. Dr. Pepper. Who's the... Riding mowers are goated. Taco... We had a riding mower up at the cottage, but that's like... Because you legitimately needed one. Because it was a whole chunk of land you were mowing. A push mower would take forever. Actually, no. The riding mower broke. The belt snapped and we didn't get it fixed. Because I'm pretty sure it was too much money and... Nobody was going to be up there. I think my grandpa was sick at the time. My grandma definitely wasn't doing it, so nobody was going to be able to use it. So we kind of... I think it's still up there, actually. I think it's in the shed, which... It's most definitely been eaten by outdoor rodents and other things. Beyond repair, because that shed is most definitely not a secure building. You should be dead. Oh, he's got a corrosive gun. B-shield activate! That's Inception. You shouldn't have a corrosive gun. That's what kills you. Tacos are food truck food, not fast food. Yeah, that makes more sense. And these tacos, again, never had Taco Bell, but they probably would have tasted better than Taco Bell. Like, because, you know, they're more fresh. They're not, like, mass-produced, right? It's just a non-chain taco truck. They're just selling them on the beach kind of thing. Dang, you've never had Taco Bell? The food there is so good. I love their burritos, for real. The Baja Blast drinks are so good, too. I know Jessie, she loves Mountain Dew stuff, and she likes the Baja Blast one. But yeah, no, never had Taco Bell. It's just, I don't know, never my thing. Like, now, I'm sure I would love it, because adult. But, never got it as a kid, and I just never find myself saying, hey, I want Taco Bell. I'm gonna go spend money on it. Because it's pretty cheap, right? Like, it's... I know it used to be considered some of the cheapest fast food you could get, but... nowadays, everything goes up in price. I'm hearing things. I like burritos more than tacos. If you spend $15 on a food truck, it's almost certainly going to be the greatest thing you've eaten. I don't doubt that. Except, I think the last time I got it from this food truck, it was not $15. It was before inflation had kicked in, so... but that's okay. There was also this other food truck there that had, like, the best chicken fingers, and they're not there anymore. They got replaced with a wannabe burger place that still sells chicken fingers, but they are a far cry from what they used to be. Or what used to be in that location, I suppose. I don't know. It do just be the wave of life. I want a sham. It's been too long without a sham. We're an hour and 20 minutes in, and we've had no shams. Maybe the game just decided to, like, reset the sham luck because we hit 1,000 runs. It's just like, no, you gotta start over. Because when we started, we went a long time without getting shams. That's a legendary shotgun. I'm pretty sure we also... is that Sledge's shotgun? Is that what it looks like in this version? I think it might be. So you could actually buy something at a food truck without selling a limb. Oh, yes. Yep. The affordable times. The good times. Yeah, I know. Whenever I go to McDonald's, the one thing I get there that I'll default to is the McDouble. Just because it's on, like, the McPicks menu or the McValue menu or whatever they call it here. And it's like $3 and it's insanely cheap. And, you know, I'd say like 2 of those would probably fill me up, or like buy 1 of those and 1 of the wraps for like, and the wraps are also a couple bucks here. Cause like a quarter pounder, regular, like not even with cheese, a quarter pounder where I live is $9 before tax. A Big Mac is also around there, like $8 or something. I'm like, dude, that's outrageous. Like, if I'm paying over $10 after tax for a hamburger, I'm going to Burger King and getting a Bacon King for like $12-13. Because the burger is way bigger, and I will enjoy it more than a quarter pounder, probably. Is that a warloader up there? Once you get into TVHM, warloaders become like some of the biggest pushover enemies of all time. They are such a huge target, and if you get weapons that have good spread and corrosive weapons, then you're in business. That is Sledge's shotgun. Okay, I thought so. Back when you could buy a house, yeah, really. My parents bought our house in 2001, I think? for $200,000, and it's like, I would say, you're still alive? It's like a relatively decent size. You got good lawn space and everything, and nowadays that wouldn't even be the down payment on the house. Damn, a junior chicken over here is nearly $4. Is it on the McPicks menu or whatever? Because like a McChicken here is $6. So, and a McChicken is nowhere near the size of a Big Mac or a Quarter Pounder. Yet it's almost priced like one, which I find is ridiculous. Like, I don't know why that's so much money. No Sham. We will find one Sham before the end of the night. Mr. Goat Boy. I don't know why it took me way too long to read that. How's it going, my friend? Saw the title of your live stream and said, hell yeah, oh yeah. Vita Borderlands stream. There's nothing better in life. Yep, and it's on the MC, the McPick, and it's still $4. That's insane. KFC is also another thing that I've had before. Like, again, it's not the thing that I would like go out of my way to go and buy. It's like, oh, some friends are having it, and you're like, okay, yeah, I'll have something, or get a chicken sandwich from there once in a while. But I'll go to Subway. I like Subway. I like subs. I always used to hate subs, but I got over that. Got over that crippling fear. Didn't even know it was on the Vita. Oh yeah, physical version. It was released on the Vita, and we're playing on a PlayStation TV. Because we had originally started wanting to get the authentic Vita Borderlands 2 experience. So no mod, like it's not modded at all. It's genuine. And the only real good way without hardware modifications to capture the footage is with a PS TV. So that's what we're doing. On the PS Vita, I used to play hours. This man knows ball. Very few PS Vita players still exist today. But I'm glad that Subway is underrated. I love Subway. I wish I was an adult when they had their $5 foot-long stuff going on in like the early 2010s. Like, that could feed families nowadays, but no. No more $5 footlongs. 6 inches are barely $5. Like, I'm pretty sure they're over $5 where I live. They're like a $6.50 for a 6-inch, and I'm like, that's not gonna fill me up. I'm gonna be careful with how I phrase this. No. I used to get the steak and bacon because they had like the revamped menu, but then cholesterol was a thing, so I'm like, you know what? The turkey sub will do me fine. I'll be okay with that, and it's still really good. Where is this dude? And you're gonna... What are you doing? You're in the way. I didn't like that lag spike. I have crippling fears of whenever this game decides to hitch. There's too many shields. Subway is the most healthy fast food place, which isn't very healthy. What about Quiznos? Quiznos is basically Subway. Quiznos was the first Quiznos was the first sub chain to toast their bread. Did you know that? Like, imagine going to Subway and they just give you cold bread. And they're like, here's your sandwich. They're like on a cold cut sub, that wouldn't be too bad, but there's more than cold cut subs that exist. I love getting the meatball sub at Subway for... Nah, the meatball sub, no, don't ever bring that up to me. When I was in 7th grade and we were up at, not the cottage I keep referring to, but a different cottage, we had rented it out from a friend of my mom's, and this cottage was built in like the 1880s, I'm pretty sure, and it looked like it was from the 1880s. My god, it was awful. In any case, like, the appliances were so old and so dirty, you didn't want to cook with them. So we always had to like go into the town and buy stuff, like, you know, eat out and whatever. And I fell in love with the meatball sub from Subway. And then one day it just decided to kill me and poison me. And oh my god, was that just such an awful experience. And I just didn't eat Subway for like a good 7 years after that. And then I finally decided to give it another shot because I'm like, well, you know what? I kind of like subs from well, the place I work at made subs from the kitchen. So I'm like, I like these subs. Oh, let me try from like an actual sub place again. Let me try this. And like I said, that was around the time that they revamped their menu to the Subway series. So steak and bacon was the go-to. And then turkey sub was the go-to because calories and saturated fats and all the things that you just don't worry about when you're a kid. 6 inches are like $7. I know, it's insane. Mr. Fatal gets it because we both live in Canada. There's a Subway where I work and I get an employee discount and it's still $11. $11 would be a godsend. Drains only. Welcome, my friend. Two frames per whatever. Exactly. 2 frames per sometimes. Quiznos is dead. Well, you know what? That's true. I've never eaten at a Quiznos, and I've never been at a Quiznos. A&W is really good too. It's been a while since I've had A&W. I don't know if they exist outside of Canada. I don't think they do. But A&W is great. I used to always get they had the best names for things too. Like their chicken burger was called the Chubby Chicken Burger. It was or like the Chubby Chicken Strips or something. I don't know why their naming scheme landed on chubby for all their chicken items, but like just staring this employee who's working and making a living at A&W and saying, "Can I get the Chubby Chicken Burger, please?" Like, you just don't get that experience anywhere else. But I always used to get that burger, and I would get their matzo burger too. It was pretty good. I don't know. They were kind of expensive though, and they're still kind of expensive. But you know what? It's fine. Opposite ends of the country, same situation exactly. We all suffer on the same wavelength. Maybe it was just that specific sub you ate that it was bad. Okay, yeah, I'm, most positive it was. Like, I got food poisoning from it. And being in a place where, up in, like, the upstairs area, the roof was curved. So, like, when you were sleeping in bed, if you woke up too fast, you would hit your head off of, like, the bottom of the pyramid-shaped thing, roof. But there were bats in there, so like you had to sleep with bats flying over your head, and it was bad. And just feeling like you were dying from food poisoning on top of it was just awful. Like I just wanted to go home after that. My grandparents lived in the where we now call the cottage at the time. So I'm like, can I just go there, please? That's all I wanted to do. Just go. We were 4 hours away from home, so I'm like, we go to grandma's. I see the cats, because we brought our cats with us, and they would sleep in the extra room. And my brother and I would sleep. I'm like, can I just go there? I'm not feeling it. We all suffer under Mark Carney. I will forgive him if he forces the $5 footlong back. Government mandate, sign the bill for Subway to bring the $5 footlong back. I don't know why they don't do that like during the summer for like a brief period. Like that would be amazing, but I don't think they've ever brought it back since they got rid of it. They might have done something close. Like, come on, man. Mr. MK Wolf. I'm pretty sure he also has Borderlands 2 on the Vita. I'm pretty sure he's a max level character. Somebody joined our game the one time. I think it was Mr. Strange. He was messing around with levels and he managed to get his character past level 61 on here. I don't know what he was doing or if it was just displaying differently. But not gonna lie, I have a niece who had a sub sandwich up in her backpack for like 2 days, and she still ate it. Did she get food poisoning? Because that's not fair if she didn't. I don't wish food poisoning on her, but I'm upset about it. Mr. MK Wolf is online again. Maybe he's updating something. Or not. Brother, you gotta give me something of sustenance here. We've been forever without anything cool. I'm looking like a fool in front of everybody. You don't need to hold the sprint button down. Just press it once and you're good to go. The sprint button. Okay. When fighting. Okay. I didn't need to know that tidbit, I'm sure. Maybe looking around the menus will give us a sham. Show it off. The claptrap Easter egg in I don't remember how to do it anymore, but in the menus, like whatever you have to do for that, the Konami code, I think, it works on the Vita version. We tested it out. So if you're aware of that, and you also like barely legible option things, then we have that. Daisy, what is it? You're frolicking over here. What is it? You looking out the window? Did you see something? She like this window is, I want to say it's like a couple feet off the ground, like for the bottom part of it. She'll like walk over and she'll like put her 2 paws on the ledge of the window and have like, you know, she's like standing to look out the window. It's hilarious. What are you doing? You're being silly. No more window. Oh, now you're jumping onto the ledge. Okay. Do you see something? She probably saw something. Probably saw a wild animal. The worm food isn't helping my heart. I mean, it sounded like it would taste good, but health-wise, I didn't want to scare you. Next drop that isn't an SMG, we call it. What you want to call the stream? Yeah, if we get a sham. Bro, she had diarrhea. Oh my god, she ate it, so yeah, she definitely wasn't going to be all good after eating the whole sandwich. Justice was served. I'm happy. Hi-yo. I pet you. Oh, you're chilly. Were you in front of the other window too? The wind kind of got a little cold, didn't it? That's okay. You keep guard. You let me know if anything comes up on the porch. Maybe because she's here, we'll get a sham. You tired, I tired, we all tired. Indeed we are. What time? It's 1:30 in the morning. That's unreal. We're at 1 hour 40 minutes. I'll probably stop it like just after 2 hours. That should be fine. I always started like an hour late. This time I usually start around 11 p.m. What are you doing? A lot of nothing. You know what? I'm gonna be petty. That's right. Back away. I was helping my brother with his architecture school program stuff. We couldn't figure out how to use the program, though. It was a lot of help for not a lot of success. Oh, a quick kill you shouldn't have. Still got the damage. If this thing had a slightly bigger clip, it would be game over. You know what, let's use it on the Warloader. Why not? Hopefully we can still use B shield. Annihilated. Kinda wish the bullets, like, that you fire after, or before your B breaks, like, I kinda wish those still got B damage. But I don't think they do. Uh oh. Wait! I'm not in position. That's just disappointing. Where's the Shams, man? I was hyping up Friday, like, oh, this is gonna be the new Sham day. Start off with 2 bunker SMGs within like 5 runs, and then nothing. I don't even know why I bothered looking at the other guns. They don't do me anything. I'm not. I got 1 spot left in the inventory, and it's for 1 item only. 4 1s. Maybe it's a sign. We'll have to see. Hiyo. What are you doing? You know I'm here. I don't know why you trill when I decide to pet you. What are you doing? You getting back scratches? Walking away. Just see the curtain like waving and moving around. She walks up and down. Mr. Skeezer Ray, welcome my friend, how are we? Legit thought I was the only guy still playing this on my Vita. I'm here to tell you you're not. We did a whole live stream playthrough series of the Vita version from start to where we are now. Level 1 to 61 with all the DLCs played, and we even did TVHM, UVHM, and those DLCs in multiplayer. So, like, Mr. Honest Liar graced us with his presence. He just found us, like you, he was just playing the game, or he was just watching the stream, and then he's like, yo, can I join? And I couldn't believe it. When I was looking back for that stream, and I found it on the channel, but I'm like, yeah, I couldn't believe it, and then we quite literally played the entire game twice and had a blast. Like, the multiplayer worked. Sorry, train stopped the stream. My data cut out. Is Lego Indiana Jones on the... I can't remember what we left off talking about, Mr. Zach, when you stopped commenting there. Lego Indiana Jones on the Vita any good? I don't think they ever made a native version for the Vita. So the version that you're seeing is probably the PSP one. In that case, I would say yes, it is good, because it was a direct port of the PS2. Did they make it on the Did they make it on the PS2? I don't know. It was a direct port of the console version, I'll say that. Like, the Wii version, the PS3 version, the 360 version. It was a direct port, so it was like Lego Star Wars 2 kind of thing. So yes, it is pretty good. If you like the Lego games, go for it. I can start to feel my eyes getting heavy, and we have not seen a single Sham tonight, and I'm upset. Got about 300 hours on my Vita, TBH, ended up porting over all my OP8 characters, and now I just ruin everything because the game wasn't meant to have those guns at all. Does the game run? Like, will it let you run the character? I've always been curious about that, because I know you can throw, like, any gun that's over level 61, you can put on a character if you're, like, transferring them. And this version of the game will recognize that. Like, it will show a level 60 or level 72 weapon, for example, in the item card. And all I know for guns that aren't in this version, like if they're from a DLC, it just won't load them in your inventory. Like, I've often wondered, if you force, like, a character over and somehow bypass that message, what happens? Does the game function? I don't know. What did you say about the memory card thing? The memory card thing. What memory card thing? There's been a great many chats since then. Do you have like an SD to Vita thing in your modded console? Because that's like kind of a necessity if you're modding. You just throw in like a 128 gig SD card in that thing and you're good to go. Runs just fine. I just one shot everything. The guns that can't load won't load, sadly. Ow, that sucks. What level does it display your character as? Does it display him as level 61 or something else? Something bad. I know when Borderlands 2 had its 10th anniversary and they sent out that shift code that got you like an OP8 version of like a Norfleet and Herald and all that. Or maybe it was just a Herald, I don't remember. I opened that, like I redeemed the shift code and then opened it with my PS3 character. Or no, it was OP10, sorry. And obviously there's no OP10 on the PS3, and so when I opened it, it displayed it as OP18. And I think I posted it on Reddit, and it was just kind of funny to see people reacting. And it's just some like internal counter bug with the game where it's adding the OP8 that's already existing in the PS3 version to the OP10 that it's getting. So, you know. And I think the gun actually deleted itself after my, like, out of my inventory when I logged off. It just didn't know what to do with it. So, that kind of sucked, but at least I got the... Where is this dude at, man? The sun is setting. Jeez, man, there's this guy. You gotta stop, you're so loud. Oh my god. Why was it so much louder than everything else? Says 61, but I have maxed skill trees. I'm surprised the game still honors that, the skill trees. That'd be kind of a fun way of doing it, though, because 61 is kind of limiting with what you can do with skill trees. Like, you'd have to kind of be dedicated to one skill tree to get the most out of it. Like, you're only getting the bottom skill out of one. Absolutely. So, it's kind of cool to see that it does that. Imagine they made a new PS Vita. I want that more than anything. Like, a modern portable console that can run PS5 games natively and PS4 stuff, and please, for the love of God, let it run PS3 and PS2 stuff, because there's no, like, official way of doing that. Like, my perfect console that they could make would be a portable whatever, have it play the modern games, but also make, like, a USB, or because it's Sony, a proprietary disk drive, like external disk drive. So if you have disk games, you can install them off the disk or something, like you normally can, and then like authenticate them or whatever. But that way, with the external drive, you'd be able to like plug in PS3 games and then play them that way on your portable system. Like on my Legion Go, the RPCS3 kind of runs like crap on that thing, or like just the way it presents itself. In any case, I tried running Spider-Man 3 because I love the Spider-Man 3 game. I played it when I was a kid, and I know it's not the best thing. Don't come after me. I tried playing Spider-Man 3 on RPCS3 originally on there, and it kind of sucked. And it has like a bug. It has a visual bug where the world will just keep getting brighter and brighter the longer you play. So I'm like, well, that's not really going to work. And the PS3 version has performance issues. I'm like, oh, I have the PC version of the game. And so I load that up and do some shenanigans to bypass DRMs so the game will actually launch on anything that's not Windows XP or Vista. And then it just gets me thinking, I'm like, portable, what was the PS3? 7th gen? Portable 7th gen games would just be amazing. Like, having them actually natively supported would just be cool. Is it good that I got a new one? I mean, I would say so. It's always good when you get something new like that, or as close to new as possible. I don't know. Only thing I would be concerned about is the battery, but the Vita batteries are ridiculously easy to replace. The eyes are getting heavy, man. I can feel it. Hold it together. We still got a little ways to go. Gotta find a Sham. What other good Vita games are there? If you're a visual novel fan, I know there's like a whole bunch of those that came out on the Vita. Freedom Wars, I know, was also a fun one. Soul Sacrifice. Never really got into Soul Sacrifice. I have it. Never really. The Amazing Spider-Man, that got released for the Vita, and it has like the full open world in it, which is nice. Like, you can swing around. Kinda walks. Doesn't run, it walks. But it's still fun to play. Wipeout's really good. I think Sonic Racing came out for the Vita, and so like if you want different types of racing games, then you can do that. Pixar Cars is on the PSP. It is on the PSP. I think I have the actual disc for it. Got it from some thrift store / pawn shop thing. Didn't come with the case, which kind of sucked, but I thought we had a legendary. I'm hoping one of the gold beams in here is not money. I also miss the UMD movies they used to make on the PSP. I know it's like so counterintuitive nowadays because you can rip DVDs or just get the video file and throw it on a PSP if you want to watch them that way. The phones will crush it in every department, but you know, I miss the UMD movies because they were designed just to work. It just worked with the thing. Do you have the Retro Flow app? I love the carousel mode. Is that the app where you can like scroll through all your games? Kind of like a cover flow thing that Apple used to do. I don't have that on my modded Vita, but I mean, I don't suppose why I couldn't. I don't know. I don't have too many games on my modded one. If I'm playing the Vita, I'll usually go for my handheld non-modded one. I farmed the Sham on the Vita for like 6 hours, never again, man. Wow. Lucky for you. We've done it for more than 6 hours. 1,114 runs we've been doing this. And we've got 38 Shams to show for it. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I don't have that. Do you have Adrenaline? I can't remember. Did you have Adrenaline on your old modded system? I honestly don't know why they didn't. I hear another explodey guy. Please stay away from me. I can't hit. He's not. I don't even know where he is. Oh my god, he sounds so close. He's right above me. I don't know why they didn't just build something like Adrenaline into the system off the hop. Because it very clearly possesses the technology to emulate the PSP. They made PSP games for it on the store. And in some cases they ran much better on the Vita. I'm looking at Battlefront 2. Runs, because it ran at an unlocked frame rate, right? So give it way more powerful hardware, it's gonna perform way better. And you can map the second joystick to the face button, so if you selected that control scheme, you can look around with the second joystick. I'm gonna install Ninjago. Oh yeah, that's right. There were two Ninjago games for the Vita. There was the Ninjroids one, which was okay. I think I had that one on my, you know, I'm gonna do something radical. I'm just gonna quit from right here. Not even to collect stuff. I'm gonna be petty for Bunker. I had Ninjroids for my 2DS, I think. Like, I had that one physically. Like, I still have the game case for it and the cartridge and everything, but... And then Shadow of Ronin, as we know, because we played through it on the Vita, and I also had that one on my 2DS. Bought that one digitally with my own money. Yeah, I have Adrenaline. Okay. Not bad. It's pretty good. It looks a little weird because Adrenaline, or the PSP interface, was not made for high resolution displays. So whenever you load it up on a Vita, it just looks kind of fuzzy. I don't know. Looks like really soft. That is not what an SUV is supposed to sound like. There's some fog happening now. What's the one that you streamed? I streamed Shadow of Ronin. That's like, I would say, the more definitive Ninjago game on the Vita, because it felt more like a Lego game. I don't know, there was a time in the early 2010s when Lego games had like a really weird, almost top-down approach to them. Like, it was... You were really zoomed out from the character you were playing as. It was like on an angle. And I don't know, they just added so many weird side objectives that you had to do while playing them. Like, I hated the time ones. I mean, the character selection in the Ninjroids was really good. Like, they had the gold version of all the ninjas, which the Shadow of Ronin didn't have, unfortunately, but I don't know. Shadow of Ronin is my favorite. The voice acting is also much better in Shadow of Ronin. It has its own original story. So many more characters you can buy and play as. Music's way better, in my opinion, also. Like, it's just overall better in every single way. Whoa. Sent that thing to Concordia. Turret, could you actually hit Bunker? I see a lot of shooting and not a lot of white damage. Injustice is on the Vita. I forgot about that game. I think I had that game on the Wii U. I don't remember how good the Injustice port was, but... Yeah, like, I take it you're on PKGJ right now, Mr. Zach. Like, just absolutely just go for a browse. You would be shocked as to the games that you could find on there. Just the games that actually came out for the system. I keep yawning, man. It's getting hard. It's getting difficult. The world is moving at different frame rates. Just drive home on the train. I'll catch you later, man. Alright, Mr. Zach, you take care, my friend. Enjoy your Vita some more. What, you heading to class? Is that it? Or no? Yeah, I was this morning. Alright. Yes, take it easy, my friend. It was a pleasure having you here, as always. Probably gonna wrap it up here real quick, too. We'll do like a couple more runs. And we'll call it a day. He's using long-range weaponry. Twould seem you're not pearls. You're frauds! Amateurs! Ugh. Oh man, I could just fall asleep in this chair right now, I think. God damn. Alright, we'll do 2 more runs, because I don't think I could stay awake for any more than 2. continue. The load times are killing me. Just sitting and loading, not doing anything or focusing, it just also makes you want to fall asleep. Mr. Zach, you could also get Borderlands 2 on your Vita, since you don't have to pay for it. He's probably gone anyway. No. Well, next time I can tell him that. They also made Lego Avengers, one of the Avenger Lego games they had. I have it physically. There was a time where I was just thinking to myself, like, oh, I want to collect all the Vita games I can, or all the Lego games I can on the Vita, because they're one of the cheaper games you could find for the Vita. They still are. Like, they still range from 20 to 30 bucks, I would say. There's a lot of fun ones, but I never ended up doing that. But I figured out that they had the Avengers. Like, it's like kind of the one that was released, I want to say, when Age of Ultron was kind of released. It has that kind of design language on the case, even though it features more characters than that, like the first game did. But the first game is also on the Vita, but again, it suffers from the kind of half top-down, really crappy version of Lego games. Bro, you gotta give me quick kills. You're killing me. Kill skill, increased fire rate. Blinking for too long is the difference between sleep and awake. Where's my bee shield, man? There we go. There we go. Man, it's like I'm using more energy to stay awake, and without that energy, I can't stay awake. It's a losing battle. Yeah. Ow. Does slag even work on the Vita? Oh yeah. I keep forgetting, like, it's just kind of something I'm used to at this point. But yes, slag does work on the Vita. The only problem, and I remember this being like a really kind of, you know, I was worried about playing UVHM on the Vita, not for the obvious performance reasons, but this made me worry because the slag effect happens. The slag texture does not happen. It's just one of the very few things that I don't know why they got omitted, or if the devs just kind of forgot about it. It's probably more on the lines of they forgot. But yeah, there is no slag texture, so you kind of just have to spray and pray almost. Rule of thumb is get a Slaga or any kind of good slag weapon and shoot them for like 2.5, 3 seconds, and they're most likely slagged at that point. Then you'll start gaining the bonus damage. But yeah, it can be really annoying for enemies that sometimes are way more slag resistant than others. Or element resistance, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it can be a little annoying there, but it does work. I'm not doing that just for like posterity's sake. But speaking of forgotten textures, since you're new, I can show this off to you because I like showing this off. Mr. Skeezer, make sure you're paying attention. If you blink, you just might miss it. The Bone Shredder gun from the one Bone guy in, I can't remember his name, in Borderlands 1. You know, he drops a special SMG. And this game, Mr. Bone Shredder, I think the name of the gun is Bone Shredder. He's the robot guy in Firestone in Borderlands 2. He drops an SMG as well. It's a purple SMG. but you'd be hard-pressed to tell what it actually looks like because it just doesn't exist in this game. Inspect is the left side. That's the wrong button. This one. Here is this game, or here is this gun. Jerry-rigged bone shredder. I am rotating it so you can see all of its lovely angles. As you can see, something is missing. And when you actually go to equip this gun, something is missing. The aim reticle, oh my lord, words are not forte. The aiming reticle is still here because it exists on other guns. But if not for that, this gun would literally just not exist. It still shoots, and ironically enough, the game runs slightly better when you have this in your hand because it doesn't have to render in extra stuff. So yeah, there you go. The Slaga is now going to look very obtrusive in your eyes because whenever you deselect it and then where did it go? Or no, not the Slaga, the Sandhawk. Never mind. Everything I'm just saying right now is pointless. There we go, Sandhawk. Oh my god, I gotta get this run done fast. I am zonking out. It's like, the rest of me doesn't feel tired, but it's just my eyes. My eyes feel it, and if I close them for long enough, it's not good news. I gotta farm one of these. I know, like, I thought it was a bug at first, like, when I had first played the Vita version and got to Firestone. Like, I didn't know enough about the earlier games, and I barely knew enough of Borderlands 2 at the time. And I just thought the gun was, like, you know, it was like a unique thing, it was a special thing that, oh, you know, this one time I found it, it happened to do this thing, so, but in reality, every single time you get that gun, it's just always missing the texture. Ugh. So you gotta be really visual, I guess, or really... I don't know words at the moment, don't blame me. You gotta be really aware when you're farming that Mr. Bony Pants, or whatever his name was. Because when you drop the gun on the ground, it's quite literally just the item beam, that's it. There is no texture for when it drops either. Boom. This was the final run. My eyes are refusing to stay open now. Holy crap. Oh, I gotta go to bed. I want peanut butter toast. Let's see. Ah, crap. No Sham on the Sham farm. That's disappointing. Normally we would go longer than this, but like I am dying over here. So, alright my friends, that is going to do it for me tonight. As always, it was a pleasure having conversations with you, all the new people. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you enjoyed what you saw. And you guys make these streams what they are. Whether we're talking about the game or just talking about life in general, you guys make these streams what they are. I'm just a guy who's talking and playing a very obscure part of the game, but no. It's the conversations that makes the live watch and the replay watch that much better. So I appreciate every single one of you. And this is devastating. Good luck next time. Thank you, my friend. It's not the first time we've gone shamless in a stream, but it's usually the shorter ones we go shamless. So, yeah. It's the weekend. I'll see if I'm doing a stream tomorrow. Still got to work on one assignment, one or two, and then I will be done. But I will also I just need maybe just to take a break from school and work and all that just for a day. But yeah, if keep yourselves posted, I would say hit the little bell beside the subscribe button. That's the best way, and select notifications if you want to go ahead and do that. And if you're in the Discord, you should probably also do that, because the bot is still down and I will probably have to find a new bot for that kind of thing. So take it easy, everyone. Have a great rest of your night or rest of your day, depending on where you're coming from. And I will see you hopefully within the next couple days. I will see you in the next one. So yeah, take it easy. I'm going to bed and get